morning. Welcome to Bars and Bells. This is the bar practice, and my name is Ian. Join us today on the floor. We're going to start on the floor today, say a little bit of a hello to the hips, and reminisce about maybe one of the favorite parts of our ballet class. We get to sit on the floor, talk to your friends, and just check in with your body. So here we go. And I'm going to just start by getting on an elbow, making sure that my shoulder is packed or stacked over top of my elbow here at the shoulder, and then a lunging position. So I have a 90-degree knee bend in the front here, complemented by that 90-degree knee bend in the back. And just hang out here for a second. I'm going to switch sides, join me as well. So again, in this position, we're looking to have the shoulder stacked over top of the elbow, both knees on the floor bent at 90 degrees, and again, making sure we're not slouching into the floor, but rather pressing the floor away to get tall. Let's go back to the other side and play with that movement just a little bit more. So here we go. Little switcheroo, and here we are on our back. If your head and neck is not comfortable in this position, look at the elbow. Otherwise, look forward at me. Touch that back hip. Give it a good squeeze and pull or compress this front leg in while pushing or extending that back hip forward. Hold that for a couple seconds and relax the tension. The hip will open and close or go from the front towards the back, and if we extend it or squeeze, push it forward, pull it in on the front leg here, and then relax. And one last time, same thing. Compress in the front hip here, extend with a butt squeeze in the back, pressing forward, breathing, checking into those hips, relax. Little switcheroo here, last time on this side, stacking the shoulder over the elbow, pressing the floor away. Back butt cheek's going to extend through the hip with a butt squeeze, pressing forward, and then relax. And same thing again, extend the back hip, compress in that front. It's always that balance of push and pull, and relax. And then last time, same thing, extend the hip, breathe into it, and again, modify the head and neck to look at the elbow if it's a little bit too intense up top. Okay, from here, can we extend the front leg, press the floor away, press the floor away, and just hang out in this position with a straight or extended leg in the front and a leg out to the side. Relative to the leg in the front, using those hands as outriggers, could you externally rotate the hip, opening up that toe and inseam to the ceiling, and then rotate, it's going to be a lot smaller for most of us, myself included, internally rotate and try to pull the hip into your midline. Twice more each way, nice and slow to that external rotation, and then rotate to the internal rotation, and one more time, external and internal. Now keep that leg nice and straight. Talk to that back leg. I'm going to do my quarter turn for that now. So sitting up nice and tall, can we very gently think about lifting the knee away from the floor. Might not go very far, and that's okay. And relax. Then try to lift the foot. It also might not go very far, and that's okay. But here I am trying to lifting that foot for like 2 more seconds and relax. And if your holster up here is saying hello, welcome to the club. Let's do that one more time each year as I adjust my mic. So here my foot will stay heavy on the floor. I'm gently trying to lift the knee away from the body and press the knee into the ground lightly. Use the hands as outriggers. And lastly, just try to lift up that back ankle. The thought about it matters more than actually lifting it up. And relax. Let's switch our stance. So we have the other leg in front, other leg out to the side, transitioning from that elbow to that tall sits position. Front leg, external rotation. Front leg, internal rotation. Take a moment here, and maybe my foot blends into my dark pants, but making sure that the sickled ankle does not show up in today's practice. A couple more repetitions each. External rotation, internal rotation. Last one. Now with that back leg, let's lift up the knee, hold and breathe, and then down. And again, stay in your position. From here, think about lifting up that back for 5. And then again, most of us are going to have more of this, that abduction, external rotation in the hip. And this next coming up again, the internal rotation, trying to lift up that foot, is quite difficult. For 3 and 2, and relax. One more thing while we're on the floor here. Hands, grip, set up in that all fours position, and just really quickly start moving the spine. With the head and neck looking between those hands, tailbone tilted towards the ceiling, slowly pull on those abdominals and flex the low back or the lumbar spine. Then press the hands forward, tipping the tailbone to the ceiling or the front of the hips towards the floor. Repeat by pulling on those abdominals to flex the lumbar spine and then press away. Return that low back to a neutral position and now try the same thing at the back or the rib cage. Flex the rib cage, pulling and compressing on the hips. And then with the head in the same position, try to extend that T-spine, pushing the sternum towards the floor and ahead. Repeat 2 more repetitions or so here, just nice and light as we flex through the spine. Keep the head in the same place. The low back shape shouldn't change too much here as we extend through that upper back. Repeat 1 last time. And doing this, I can't wait to share a rotational port de bras version with you today. Extend, extend, extend. From here, lengthen out into that high plank or high push-ups position, cueing that the head, the hips, and the shoulders are connected in a straight line. And then nice and slow, at your own pace, walk the hands to feet or feet to hands. Hang out, breathe, breathe, breathe. Bend the knees when you need to, and come on up in that nice fold to stacked position. A little bit of floor play to get us started there, working on those hips. Hip mobility drills like the 90-90 series on the ground hopefully helps show up on our bars here as you work through our foot warm up and then our plie series. So starting with our feet in parallel, meaning toes pointing straight ahead. Hands could be on those hip holsters here in that first position or anywhere that you wish. I'll often have mine on my hands on the hips. In the plie version of things, press those knees over toes. Push the hips through. Repeat, knees over toes. Push the hips through. Then at the foot ankle, go to the ball of the foot, the point of the foot, trying to again avoid that sickle ankle, and then perhaps that flexion over the toes. Back to a toe point, back to the balls of the feet, and press the heel down, growing tall. Repeat on the other side. Pull energy away from the floor to the demi point, to the toes, flex over, back to the point, the demi, press that heel into the floor. Repeat 1 more time. Pull energy away from the ground, point the toe, flex over, back to the point, demi, press down and grow tall. Repeat 1 last time, other side. Pull up and point and flex over to the point, demi points and press. Open up to that first position. Again, just get some gentle knees over toes here, knees over toes and press. And as the knees go away from the body, pull the heels together. As we stand up, press into the floor. At the feet now, demi point, point, flex, cramping and getting taller and taller on that standing leg, to the point, to the demi, press the heel down, grow tall. Other side, pull that energy away from the floor, point, flex, point, demi point, and heel to the ground. And 1 more time each side, pull the energy away from the ground, point, keeping that middle ankle bone pressing forward and hips externally rotated, to the point, to the demi, to the heel. And last time, other side. Pull up, point, flex, point, demi point, heel, connect. This little squat here and press. As the knees go out, the heels are pulling in to stabilize that movement to tall. And now let's press to one side, our demi point connected on the ground over here. And for about 8 repetitions, go from that demi point towards full toe point off the ground. 1 and 2 and 3. Find the way to make this atrociously burning on the plantar fascia or the bottom of the foot, as well as the calf. Last 1 or 2. Press that heel down, transition to the other side, and from that demi point, balls of feet connected, point those toes, pop energy out of those elastics for 1 and 2 and 3. This is number 4. We'll go about 4 more of those. 1, 2, 3. Last one. Connect the heels, tendu in, and have a little bit of a shake. For a little bit of a balance drill here, use your balance aid off to the side or stand in center and just start by pulling up the leg to the coup de pied position. Perhaps challenge that towards retire. Then a little bit more loosey-goosey, open up that hip. Work on that balance, grab onto a balance aid as you need, and just nice and slow like on the ground, work from an internal rotation, external rotation, internal rotation, external rotation, and a little bit loosey-goose to finish, last 1 or 2. Return to the leg, press to the floor, alternate to the other side, pulling up through the coup de pied at the ankle to retire, and then just let it be a little bit more loosey-goose. External rotation, internal rotation to the body. Exiting away, coming back in. Use your balance aid, but then rest in center and press down. Let's go to those bars, balance aids, and work on our plie series here. Starting with our feet in our first position, hand on the hip or hand on first. We're doing 3 repetitions of a plie. Pull energy down, keeping the heels connected. Press to come back up tall. Pull energy down and press away to get tall. On the 3rd repetition, we'll pull down and keep pulling. Balance for today. For 4, 3, 2, and then down. Grab onto the bar. If your arm was in that first position, open it up towards the side, tendu and connect. And again, 3 repetitions of our plie from here. Pull down and press away to stand. Pull down and press away to stand. And on our last one here, we'll pull ourselves down. We'll press ourselves back up. And again, finding that second balance of the day, pressing those ankle bones forward, squeezing the glutes, connecting that rib cage to the hips for 3, 2, down, point, and in. All right, that's not so bad, right? Shake it out. From here, the forward fold. Slowly start that chin tuck in. Pull down the body, flexing through that upper back. Nice and slow, keeping everything stacked, hips over top of those feet. Walk to that high planks position, creating tension. Gripping the floor, squeezing the bum, embracing the core here. Press, pull, create 10 seconds worth of work that's shaky, strong, and the hardest 10-second plank you can make it for 2 more seconds. And then gently place those knees on the ground. Rest in extension with a slight tailbone tip to the ceiling, making sure we avoid the child's pose here. And then from there, lean forward, modify from the knees as we need, and for 10 more seconds, create tension in your high plank. Press the floor away to grow tall. Pull into center to stay strong. And for 4 more seconds, shake a little bit and add strength to the plank. And then relax. From here, walk those feet to hands or hands to feet. Take your time coming up. If we can get the hips stacked over top, pull up center, finishing in that extension. For the port de bras today, we'll start with our feet in that first position. Bring your arms down. Nice and calm. We're going to elevate the shoulders and pull the shoulders back down. 2 more repetitions of that. Elevate the shoulders and down. We're still holding that big beach ball out front with soft elbows, fingertips pointing down, and the shoulders from up to down. Now with the shoulders, add the retraction or the squeeze, and then round or protract forward. Retract those shoulders and forward. Last one, retract, forward, finish in retraction. And then from that first position, open up to second. Same thing from here. Elevate the shoulders and pull them down. Elevate the shoulders and pull them down. Last one, elevate and down. Now, protract forward, retract back. Protract forward and retract. Sets of 3. My arms are getting really heavy. Finish in retraction, and then take those arms towards 5th. At 5th, it's the same thing. We'll elevate and pull. Elevate and pull. And we're looking to feel and see that distinction of when the shoulder blades are at or up, or how aesthetic they look and strong they feel when they're down. Next, it's the protraction forward, the retraction back. Protraction forward, retraction back, and final repetition forward and back, and return those arms to the first position. My arms are heavy, holy. All right, we got the feet. We did our little plie series. Now it's time for those tendus. Let's go back to the bar for that. Using your bar, your chair, your kitchen counter, we'll start in first position here today. With the tall leg or the inside leg cramping, squeezing for brace and control, point the single foot on the outside with a toe point to the front. Return back in. Then out to the side and back in. And then towards the back. Repeat in those 3 directions. To the front, crossing that midline almost as allowed. Return in. Then out to the side, reaching away and return. And out the back, it's a tough one. And we're trying to trace that midline to center and return. One more time, each leg. To the front, return. To the side, return. And then to the back, keeping it tight to the midline, toes point, hips and shoulders facing forward, return underneath. A little bit of a shake. Do your 180 at the bar. I'm going to switch sides. We'll do the same thing for 3 repetitions on the other side. From parallel position, pivot to first. In first, cramping that inside leg, tendu point on the outside. Return to first. Reach away, press to the bar with this hip and away from the bar with this one as you reach back into center. And then to the back with extended knees, rib cage down, toe point, and pull in. Twice more each direction from the front, reaching away and in. To the side and in. And to the back. Return underneath. One last time each direction, to the front and in. To the side, in, and to the back. Return back underneath center. And add that little shake. Tendus, give that big check mark. And from our tendu, we're getting to the floor. Starting with that forward fold. This time, however, a different fold. Feet can be in parallel or first. Start by extending the head and neck forward. Extension through the spine. Whether it's your yoga flat back fold or the port de bras bow. Extension through the spine and then nice and slow flex. From there, walk out to that high plank position. Create 10, 9. Butt squeezing, hands gripping the ground just like in your single leg balances with your feet. And for 3, 2, knees down, and rest. Progressive strength exercises for core include repetitions of intervals, tension and relaxation. So we had high tension, that's about 10 seconds off. Let's do that one last time. Modify from those knees if you need, but create tension for 9, 8, 7. Squeeze your butt 6. Breathe, breathe. Those feet to hands. And now fold to stack. Keep the rib cage low and get tall. Wiggle, feet, first position, arms also first. Here, keeping the shoulder blades flush, travel from that first to the front, open to the side, and close. Repeat one more time. from first to front to the second position, return low. Twice more, but travel from the first low towards your fifth high. And at fifth, open up, turn the palms down, return, and one more time from first towards fifth, fifth towards the second position arms, and return down low, holding that beach ball. Holding the beach ball, shooting energy out of our eyes, they're all cues that my ballet instructor has shared with me. Speaking with them the other day, asking how our practice was going, I said, great. I have a lot of fun working on our skills for the ballet. However, the musicality is missing. One day, we'll get together, dance with some music. It'll feel really good. From the tendus, working on the dégagé. So I'm going to back over this bar over here. For that, again, we'll have our feet turned out to that first position. Dégagé, almost the same thing as tendu, except it's off the floor. So here, we'll use that strength that we developed in the tendu, just finish with a little bit of a toe point, and then back to center. Out to the side next, back to center, and then out to the back. Doesn't have to be high off the ground. And then again, articulate to center. Set twice more each way as we flick and hold, tap down with the toes, connect the balls and then the full foot, and then use the energy through the floor to point, tap, connect back down, and as we reach to the back, we're hugging that midline as much as we can, toe, ball, heel, connect. One last time to the front, doesn't have to be high yet, toe tap, connect, out to the side, toe tap, connect and tall, and last one here, to the back, tap, connect the full foot, sliding under. Shaking, doing your flipperoo, and I'm over here. Feet start in first position, just slightly off of the floor, toe tap, and under. Then out to the side, toe tap, pull that articulation back in, and out the back, hug center, try to keep the daylight out of there, Ian. Toe taps underneath. Repeat to the front, tap under, to the side, tap under, and to the back, tap under. Final set, each direction, one more to go. To the front, cramp up that standing leg, extension through the knees, to the side, and then lastly, to the back. Toe tap, and pull under. All right, to the floor again, this time with that flat back or forward fold, keeping your hips against the wall or stacked over top of the feet. Reset. Maybe just work on that for this set. Keep your butt squeezed, feet rooted heavy, and just work on that extension or telescope away from the hips. Join me on the floor if you're ready for that too. We'll try the same thing in center as we start by pushing your face forward like an awful text neck. We have nice extension through the spine to get our flat back fold. And then nice and control, finish in the full fold. From there, walk out. And then nice and control, finish in the full fold. From there, walk out. And the relaxation component that complements that hard work. Let's try that one last time. Set up high in the plank, squeeze your butt, pull it all together. And for 9-8, breathing 7-6. And I'm counting like a fitness instructor, which I don't like. And then we're going to complement that with the shake. The hip bar, the hip car as we learned in New York, or rond de jambe, according to our ballet instructor, articulates through that hip, requiring the standing leg to provide stability and the movement to happen in the adjusted leg. Go back to your chair, your kitchen counter, and slowly do that tendu to the front. Then, keeping contact with the floor with the toe point, open to the side, off the floor. Press, point, maybe 45 degrees at the hip. We're not looking to be too high here, but we are looking for stiff legs. This time it's that external rotation, showing that inseam forward and rolling to the front, to tap, and underneath. Cool. Do your turnaround, and here we are on the other bar. First position, check. And again, 2 rond de jambes, first on the ground and second off the floor. Connect to the floor, articulate through, and reach, finish in first. Cramp the standing leg, butt cheek for stability. Reach to the back there, hug center, there we go. And then open to the side. From the second to the front, and then underneath. Repeat one last time, dégagé or just slightly off the floor. Keep energy pointing out of the toe. Stay strong on the stable leg and gesture beautifully with a straight leg out the back. Take away the daylight between those legs and hug underneath. Final repetition in reverse. From first to the back, slightly off the floor. Externally rotating those hips out to the side, and from the side to the front, tap, back to first. Shake it out. Talked a lot. Go back to that original sidebar, and with your feet in first or parallel, whichever you decide, take an arm, hold the beach. From here, the arm is going to stay relatively low as we articulate a rotation in the back and bring things back up, or the high jump, and then to the bar on the wall, pull to center, and extend. Repeat one last return, back to center, and back to stack. Repeat on the other side. How'd that feel? I learned parallel. For this one, start tucking chin, flexing the rib cage onto the hips, and then reaching away from the bar, tall. Repeat the other direction, flexion through the rib cage, turn to the bar, up. We'll go away from the bar first this time, out to the side. Now using the rib cage, we'll bring that arm up and over, and then use the rib cage and the core to take that hand to the new corner and roll back to center. Grab the bar. We know the tension techniques. We're gripping a floor, we're squeezing our bum, making it look like we're not doing any work, but we're working heck a lot of work in the core. So take the outside leg, pull it up. Start at either that coup de pied position or slightly higher at retire, and then nice and control, extend the leg and hold for 4, 3, 2, slow bend the knee, return, connect to the body. Repeat to slow in, open to the side. Extend that hip in the standing leg, keep the knee in the same plunge, maintain integrity, hips, connected rib cages, and hold for 3, 2, return to center, then return, center, and down. That's good work. Okay, final time, 2 repetitions each direction here as well. Grab the bar, pull up the leg, and cramp the standing leg for stability. Then nice and control, unfold that outside leg and hold for 3, 2, slow return in. One more time, nice and controlled, extend that leg, hold, squeeze your standing leg, butt cheek as well, and nice and control, return. From there, we'll open to the side, extending those hips forward, and nice and control again, extend and hold for 3, 2, slow bend in, modify as you need, higher for more challenge, lower for a beginner. It's that hard, I'm losing my words. Okay, one more time. Extend and hold. Modification, I think, was the word for 3 and 2. Bring it in, connect the foot to the knee, bring the knee center, press down, and don't forget to be loose and goose and shake it out. Thank you very much for following me today in my bar practice. It might be called bars plus balance equals burn, but no matter what I call it, I have fun working on my skills. I mentioned my ballet instructor, and I look forward to the day where I can take more classes. We too have teachers, and thank you very much for moving this morning with me. Back later this week for more programs. You want to work on your handstand, kettlebell press. I like those things too. Join us for live programming or in the archive, and stay strong and stream on. Have a good day. My name is Ian from Bars and Bells. Thank you for following. Goodbye.